Hi, it's Wendy again at Handmade by WD. Earlier today I picked up this set of stamps, and I showed in my haul video from Darcy's Heart and Home, and they're part of the Tinpin series. And I don't know why, but I wanted to make a card. So I'm making a card. I'm not the best person sometimes in this, but anyways, this is totally lost my train of thought. 5.5 by 8.5 scored to 4 1/4, so it's an A2 size card. Then I have this pearlescent dark blue paper, and that is cut to 1/4 inch smaller, so it would be 5 1/4 by 4. And then I have the 2 images stamped. I did a lot of prep work here. And the other thing I did was I picked out some snowflakes. Need to make sure I put this back. Some snowflakes. I chose 3 of them. And I got some Versamark, some detail embossing powder, distress markers, my heat gun, my tape. My thing behind my design thought is to do a little snowbank with the 2 snow people on it. I think one's male, one's female. You could just put one. Like I said, I did a lot of prep work for this, so you can see what I have here. I took and I colored and fussy cut the snow people, and if I was to do this again, I would just stamp them onto white cardstock or the blue and outline them with white embossing powder, and then just cut out their scarves and their hats, because this one I think lost a arm, or lost a twig off his arm. So you can see I embossed my background and I cut my snowbank. Now for my snowbank, it's really not that hard of a thing to do. I just took a piece of paper. This one's actually a little big, but that's okay. And I just did some cutting. I have a little piece here. You take your paper and you move the paper, not the scissors. And it actually results in a much smoother cut. And, you know, reversed them in that. But I knew that they would need some definition. So what I did is I went into my distress markers and I pulled out tumbled glass. And I took the brush in, and from the front side, they normally say do it from the back side, but I did this from the front side simply because I knew I wanted that definition. And I just ran the brush tip over it, and it gives it some definition. I'm actually going to zoom you guys in a little closer. Oops, wrong way. There we go. So that gives the snow some definition, and you can actually see where it ends and everything. And I am not worried about covering up snowflakes because that's part of the overall design. So the first thing I'm going to do, and this is kind of a simple card. I don't waste my paper. That was that side. The little snowflakes, for some reason, I think I pressed too hard. So rather than waste the paper, I just did it on the other side. All it means is I will probably put extra snail adhesive. And this is a thicker cardstock than I normally use. And this is actually from Hobby Lobby. It's called their thick weight cardstock. Oops, there we go. Okay. It doesn't like the white on white. I've got my pad here. And this is what I'm using. I got this in white, cream, and craft, I think. So, but it is a much thicker cardstock. And I'm going to take and move my blotter out of the way. Actually, whoops, I did this wrong. That's alright. I can fix it. I need to put my snowbanks on first. It's been a long day. There we go. So I want my snow buttons. Okay. So I'm just gonna glue my snowbanks. And what I'm doing is I'm lining them up. Oops, I did the wrong side. That's alright. I can fix that. I'm just having a rough time with this. I'm so excited to be doing this and but this is just to give it some definition. And I'm going to put this on this piece. And I'm going to use my other scissors. Just trim. So you would add your snowflake or your snowbank before you glue down your glitter paper or your shiny paper. I could not find my Tim Holtz filmy paper, but I thought, well, this will work. Then I'm just going to center this on my card base. Okay, I got some glue there, so I'm going to rip that off. Alright, so there's our front. Now, this is where you can kind of play. I think I'm going to do them like that, and I'm going to pop dot them. I'm going to pop them up. I'm not going to pop them up very high. I've got some low-rise pop dots here. I've got some thick ones too. But since I don't know if I'm going to send this card or what, it's better to And one there. And another big one over there. Okay. This one I'm going to split in half, and half of it's going on the marshmallow and half it's going on the birdie. And believe me, I can get popped out crazy. So for me to be this restrained with pop dots is amazing. So I'll place him right about there. And I could have just done one, but I don't know. I thought of doing one, and then I thought, no, he looks a little lonely, or she would look a little lonely. So I did both of them. But you know, if you had a little fire stamp, or if you would draw in a little fire here, but of course then he'd be too close and he'd melt. So I'll put her there. Okay. Now for the sentiment. Okay. Just some things so you know what colors I used. For the snow and for this, yeah, I used the tumbled glass for the little highlighting. Their noses is spiced marmalade. The leaf in the band is, here it is, peeled paint. The green in his hat and scarf is Shabby Shutters. The arms are walnut stain, and the marshmallow twig is actually vintage photo. The birdie, he's a gray birdie. He's weathered wood. The blue in her scarf and hat is broken china, and the red on both of them is fired brick. So I had fun. I was able to take out my distress markers and do a little coloring. I'm using the same Winter Wishes, and I am going to take and make it. That one didn't turn out too bad. I'm going to keep that one. Into a banner. I do have a mini banner set. I could have pulled that out and cut out the banner. But I don't think this card will win any awards, but looks cute. I've got one more thing to add to it too. So I put the Winter Wishes right down there, and that is going flat. Okay. right there. Probably got too much going on in here. Now, this is a reason why these are called tinpins. Oh, she's in Oregon. Okay. These are flat back tin pin embellishments. Oh, there's a glue dot in it. Oh, it must be a removable one. Okay. So you need one of each. Okay. Oops. Now, pop dot. Oh, glue dot. Glue dot. Okay. I'm going to put a couple glue dots on each one. There we go. And this one goes here. Oops. Tried to match the colors as good as I could. Unless you know what color she used for the tin printing, it's hard to match. So, anyways, I think I did better on his than hers. But there you go. So this really is a card that has some height to it. So there's your finished tin pin card. Like I said, there's a lot going on. I think I overdid it with the snowflakes. I think if I had a blue paper with snowflakes on it, it would be just as good. But yeah, I think I a little overdid it, but that's okay. If you followed me, you heard me say I send my mistakes to my sisters. So one of my sisters will get that. And I go, oh, okay. And I'll put it away for bring out the following year. Okay. So that is using Darcy's Clear Polymer Stamp Set, the tin pins. And this is Warm and Toasty. So and they're very cute. I have some other ones. So, penguins. I have penguins. That's right. Penguins, I'd create a skating rink and put them on. Make it look like they were on a, with icebergs and that. So you have it. Enjoy!